Hello, my beautiful friends. Magus with you. Today's message is Hermit in the city. And I've been getting some comments from some of the wonderful friends saying that they would love to move out into the mountains like I have and just get away from it all. And then they would be able to find peace and happiness in Asha. But my friends, I'm here to tell you, you can create Asha anywhere. And when I got done writing my book, Still Pulls of the Mind, I was living in a beautiful state. My home life was beautiful. The relationship with my children, the animals, the land, it was beautiful. And I wanted to know, can you take Asha to the rest of the world? And I moved to the city for 4 months, and I lived by the laws of good spirit. And I'm going to teach those to you today. And 3 things that stick out to me why it was so beautiful when I was living in the city. My friends, it was just like living here. I had a beautiful relationship with the people around me. They loved me and I loved them. I walked in health and peace and joy, and it was beautiful. And I was thinking, if there's 3 things that stick out in my mind of why it was like that. 1, because every day I would still go to the mountain, but I went to the mountaintop inside of me, and I spent that time with good spirit and meditation, meditating on the feeling of love and peace and joy and kindness to all. And then when I came out of my meditation, I had that light to shine to everyone else. Secondly, I learned to put a different meaning to what was happening around me. If I saw what appeared to be a negative situation, or say someone was being rude to me, I would put a different meaning to it. 1, did good spirit bring me to this person so that I can raise their vibration? Maybe their whole life they've been stuck in that trap, and they need someone to love on them. And so I would look at it differently. What can I do here? And my friends, I always changed the atmosphere. I didn't let them change the atmosphere. And third, I knew only good. My friends, this is a cosmic law set from the foundation of the world, to know only good. And sometimes there are situations where I had to remind myself. I remember one time I was at the beach and I walked there in my flip-flops, and I got out of the ocean and someone stole my flip-flops, and I had to walk home barefooted. And if you know me, that is not my thing at all. But I decided to have a different outlook on it. I said, thank God someone that needed a pair of flip-flops has them. They must have needed them pretty bad. And I thought to myself, okay, well, I'm grounding myself. Everything I encounter is my good, so I must need to be grounded. So I'm walking barefoot, and anything I'm absorbing, ions and things, I needed this, and I'm thankful for it. And then when I got back and I'm with my friends and my children, I was in a good spirits, and I was radiating that. Instead of going back negative and angry and then changing the atmosphere to that, I stayed in good. And we laughed about it. Thank God someone got a pair of flip-flops, and we're all in a good mood. My friends, you affect all those around you. And I want you to think about this. That's the difference from a good day and a bad day. And if you have too many bad days, it turns into bad weeks and bad months and bad years, and you can get to the end of your life and you had a bad life just because you weren't looking at things right. You weren't knowing only good. You weren't going to the mountaintop. You weren't putting a different meaning to what was happening around you. And it doesn't just affect you, it affects your family. My children, when I got home, depending on my atmosphere and attitude, it's going to make or break their day. And then, did they have a good childhood? Do they have good memories? Did they have a good life? You affect those around you, and it's so important that we stay in good spirit. Don't let the negativity and evil spirit around you suck you into their vibration. We have to get out of the idea of responding to people and circumstances, or if you do this, I will do this. But we own our vibration. We say, I am love, I am joy, I am peaceful. I am kind. And being kind to the ones that are hurting, the ones that are lashing out, they're the ones that need it the most. And seeing the world differently. And then, my friends, I promise you, you will see a different world. When I lived in the city there, I experienced something I never experienced before. I was popular. I was loved. My daughter says they still talk about me, and it's been years since I was back at that city. And it's because I showed them unconditional love. And I remember them laughing at me. Some of my friends that I surfed with down there, every day I said, oh my God, this was the best day ever. And they would laugh about it, but they loved it. And they'd tell new people, watch, listen to this. He's going to say this was the best day ever. And I did, because that's what I felt. It was more beautiful people and circumstances and waves to surf and children to be around. And just, it was so beautiful, in the nature and the fish and the birds and the smells and the sounds. And even, like I said, with some things that would appear to be negative, I put different meanings on it. How can I help this person today to just shine a little light in their life? And it was beautiful. And that's how we're meant to live. And can you imagine if we all started living from that place? And there's a couple statements and teachings from Asha that got me through this time. And it was Asha 2, to know only good, to perceive and understand only good, and your experience will be the same. And then Asha 14 says, I am. And I would picture myself being in God and God in me. And it says, I live in God. God is good. God is omnipresent. That means my good is omnipresent. My God is here now. My good is here now. No matter what was going on around me, I was in God, in good, and I was a vessel to be used to shine His light. My friends, I love you guys so much, and I am rooting for you, and I'm believing that you are going to experience good and peace and the all good spirit in your life. Do these practices today. Go to the mountain inside and just vibrate. Feel the good spirit. Feel love and peace and joy. Put a different meaning on what's happening around you and see only good. And know I love you. I love you. I love you.